What's going on, traders? Welcome back to another video. My name is Jonah. I hope everybody has had a wonderful weekend, but I really want to bring the news to some of you guys who may not know about my Forex Funds and what's going on. But in reality, I just want to make sure that us as traders are staying focused on the main thing and not getting caught up in all of this mess. So here are my thoughts and opinions. First off, for those who have been a part of my Forex Funds prop firm, if you have invested a lot into them, of course, you are probably experiencing some hardships right now and probably frustrated and angry, which is very understandable. But this is something that I really want to address to traders that I believe every single one of us needs to know. I don't have all the answers to what's going on with the prop firm, of course, and I'm not trying to sit here and deep dive into every single detail that they're being called out for, right? But my job as a trader is to focus on the main thing, right? And the main thing is whenever you are entrusting your funds to, whether it's a prop firm, whether it's a broker, you're still somewhat at a risk, right? And I think so many of us, and I understand that what's going on with some of these other prop firms, as far as my Forex Funds, people are saying like this could be the end of all prop firms and all these other prop firms going to shut down. It's going to affect traders like us. Listen, it just helps us to go back to what we need to do as traders before prop firms even really existed, and that is saving your money up so you can trade your personal account. All right. I think a lot of people are relying too heavily on prop firms. Not saying that it's wrong, because I'm a prop firm trader too. And honestly, there's always a risk involved in that, of course, if they're unregulated, right? I think me personally, when it comes to trading your personal account versus trading your prop firm, the thing about prop firms is you never know what can happen. They can, something can happen just like what simply happened in my Forex Funds. But it's the same thing with if you choose an unregulated broker and with your own personal funds, and something might happen with them and they run up with your funds, right? So I think it's just us as traders, we just need to do our due diligence by we are picking the best broker by researching. All right. When somebody says, hey, you need to choose this broker, you need to choose that broker, you need to go with that prop firm, you need to do your due diligence research. Okay. You shouldn't just be choosing a prop firm or a broker just because somebody said so. You need to actually investigate that prop firm or that broker and try to see if they have good repetition. Okay. It really helps in the long run to know whoever you are trusting your funds to, if something was to happen, that your funds is regarded as safe. Now I want to go on and say this, and I think we're getting too caught up in what's going to happen to the trading space. Honestly, guys, trading is going to exist for a very long time. In my opinion, it's going to keep going as things never happened. All right. And I think so many people are so focused on this and they're getting really scared about what might happen to their funds, as maybe a little bit you should be. If you're not doing your research, then yeah, you should be scared. All right. But personally, for me, I think personally, because I do my research, I have nothing to really worry about. All right. I think that us as traders need to focus on, especially if you don't have money and you're afraid to invest your money into prop firms, then I think us traders need to really focus on saving up our own money to personally trade our own funds. Okay. Nothing wrong with prop firms, but one thing I'm going to say about prop firms is it's kind of like a little bit so much like a credit card. If you are not disciplined as a trader, all right, if you don't have a trading plan, all right, if you don't know how to use proper risk management, if you're somebody who always are over leveraging on your account, and you're always violating an account, then you're paying these prop firms money, and you're helping them to achieve what they want to achieve, right? And over 90% of traders fail in this industry. So why do you think most prop firms are so successful? Because traders are failing, all right? I think what's very important to know is a violated account is not a blown account. That's a big difference between your personal account. Let me break this down. When you have, for example, my Forex Funds, right? And let's just say you have a 10K account, all right? Most traders believe that they're managing that whole $10,000, when in reality, that $10,000 is not even yours to begin with, right? And number two, you're not trading $10,000. You're trading only 12%, which is $1,200. So in reality, you're managing $1,200, $1,200 of that trading account. And the reason why a lot of people don't look at it like that, because they're so excited about the number of their account, like how large the account is, versus how much you're actually being given to manage. All right, so once you pass $1,200 on that 10K account, your account is violated. However, that doesn't mean your account is blown. It just means it's violated. So you've breached the rule. Whereas if you had your own $10,000, you lose $1,200. You haven't breached the rule, and you can actually, in the next week or two, win $2,400 and get your account back up on a personal account. You have all day, all week, all month, all year to actually compound your account. But with funded accounts, you have rules, you have regulations, you have a specific percentage you can't pass, specific target you have to hit, a specific take profit you must hit, a specific withdrawal you can only have. So what I'm saying here is learn to be disciplined, because if you are just continuously just giving your money away to these prop firms, then especially if you don't have a trading plan and you're not using proper risk management or anything of such nature, then you are wasting your time trading. Just being honest. In my opinion, if you're going to trade prop firm, you got to make sure that you're in demo account. Make sure that your strategy is pretty good. I don't care how many times you violate the account. If you aren't consistent as a trader, meaning like if you haven't seen results, right? If you haven't seen results from your strategy, from your trading plan, don't go to a prop firm account and then all of a sudden just start trying to get a live account. Trust me, it's not going to work. And if you do, it's probably by luck and you're going to lose it like the next week. All right. I've lost live funded accounts. I've violated accounts, but the big difference is I have seen success from my trading. I have experienced withdrawals, and I have seen results. That's the difference. Now, the only reason why I'm doing prop firms account is because I don't have the particular amount that I want yet to trade my own funds. Which is my next thing I wanted to hit on, is when you have a personal account, you're able, not only are you able to make your own rules, but you're also able to compound your account so much that you don't have to worry about anything being breached. So a blown account is different. If you have $10,000, right? Let's not even say $10,000. Let's just say you have $5,000, right? And you risk 1% per day. You trade once per day. And let's just say you go for a 1-on-1 all the time. It's going to take me 10, 20, 30, 40. It's going to take me a pretty long, anywhere over 50 trades to lose in order for me to blow that account. With a trading prop firm, it might only take you, we'll go back to the 12% with the 10K, it might take you 12 trades to violate your account. So what I'm saying here is use the prop firm to get your withdrawal, save up that money, and then you can invest the money that you got from the prop firm and put it into a brokerage account and use it as your own personal account. All right. What is my take on how much you should probably start with? Is probably $1,000 and up. Now, I say that is because you can see what's going on in the trading space. And I think we're so distracted, and even I can get distracted very easy. I'm just looking at my Forex Funds, and I'm just looking at those reviews. It's easy for me to go down that rabbit hole of what's going to happen to all these platforms, all this regulation is about to, be more strict. And guys, nothing is new under the sun. This stuff has been here. It's not new, guys. It's just finally people are getting exposed. So as long as you are focusing on your trading, you're doing your research, and obviously we even I personally have invested into my Forex funds. They got me payouts. They treated me well. I've never had an issue with them, but that doesn't mean that other people have not had an issue with them. As long as you have done your due diligence by doing your research and everything has gone your way like you're supposed to, you shouldn't have to worry about anything. And I think we are worried too much about what might happen. Do not let what's going on right now distract you from the Forex trader that you want to become. Do not let that distract you from being scared into investing, because what's going to happen is you're going to look at what happened to this platform. Well, this prop firm that I'm part of, I wonder if they're legit as well. And then you're going to start thinking about all these prop firms not being legit, and then you're going to be so afraid, and then you're going to stop trading. And we shouldn't really be caught up in that space. So the internet is a very big space, and I'm a big internet guy. I like watching a whole lot of things on the internet, and I like doing my research, but at the same time, we got to be careful and make sure that what's going on in the prop firm industry is not hindering us or putting this fear in us as traders, to always be skeptical about everything. Okay, guys, I'm gonna say it right now. If you own a bank, there's banks that's done a lot of stuff, manipulation wise, scamming wise. There's banks that have done stuff that you probably don't know is right under your own nose, right? And you're invested into their accounts. And that's what I'm saying. Like, even with credit cards, like, think about it. When it comes to credit cards, these credit card companies don't really care about how disciplined you are, right? They just care about getting your money. If you're not disciplined and you're using these credit cards like crazy, you're like, oh, I'm gonna pay it off, but you don't pay it off, right? And then you're gonna incur interest that you can't pay back. Who are you paying? The credit card company. And as long as you aren't disciplined, they are getting the money. They're getting paid. So just making that point with the prop firms and everything, it's the same thing as prop firms. If you aren't disciplined as a trader and you just think that, oh, I'm just gonna keep buying these accounts because one day I'm just gonna get a big account and like start making all these withdrawals and quit my job and all that stuff, you're just gonna keep playing these prop firms, right? And so I hope this video is really helpful for you, and I hope this video will really have you look at yourself and say, okay, am I really invested into this thing for real? Am I really doing my research? Am I really being careful what broker I'm invested in? Am I really taking the time to make sure my trading plan is on point? Just evaluate myself when I'm over trading, when I still have these bad habits. You really got to take in consideration, especially what just happened to my Forex funds. You need to really take in consideration, like, this is a primary example why you need to be disciplined as a trader. Because if you're consistently making withdrawals, it don't matter what happens to you. And the reason why I say that is because if you're making consistent withdrawals and then all of a sudden you're like, oh man, this prop firm went out of business and I had a trade account with them, it don't matter, because you should have the funds to trade your own personal account now. And I want to make a last and final point. What this kind of helped me see is the goal shouldn't actually be to get a bigger prop firm account unless you're not really where you want to be financially, of course. The goal should really be, if you get a bigger account, to get bigger withdrawals so that you can have a big amount of capital to trade your own personal capital, so you can have your own personal trading account, and so you don't have to worry about anything going out of business or anything. The only thing you have to worry about is regulation. So hopefully this video was very helpful. I'll definitely see you guys in the next video. Please like and subscribe to this YouTube channel if you enjoy these videos I continue to release. I'm still a bit new to YouTube, but man, I'll tell you what, man, it's just been pretty great that I just want to help traders, you know, succeed in where they're at. And I understand that we're all, you know, struggling sometimes. I understand that people really want to quit their job, and that's another thing. I just really want to, before I get to the video, don't rush the journey, don't rush the process. Be faithful in where you are at your job. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, you know, but be happy where you're at in your job. And you're not always going to be happy either, you know. You're not promised happiness. And I'm sorry if you have a job that is really bombarded and it's really pressuring, they're not treating you right. Okay, get another job, all right? And get somewhere to where you're able to focus on trading, right? If your job is taking you away from trading, right? Eventually you're gonna have time off somehow, right? Get into a spot where you can trade a certain session when you're off work, whether it's New York session, London session, or Asian session, and adjust to it. So that's all I gotta say, guys. Just really don't get caught up in all this, all right? Don't get caught up on all this. You're going to be wasting your time just, you know, reviewing all this, and then you're going to start thinking everything's a scam. Like, get your head out of that space. Just know that people are learning their lessons from there. And what you should do as a trader is focus on the next thing for you. All right? So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.